ready for sleet and freezing temperatures on election night.
This is the Hot Zone. Engaging with the news in a whole new way, international war correspondent Chuck Holton brings insight into areas of crisis and lets you help those affected.
Just got off the plane from Armenia. I'm in Washington, D.C. now, so I came downtown to this. Look at this. What does it say about our country when we have to board up all the windows in advance of a presidential election because we know there's going to be a bunch of lawbreakers down here intent on just destroying things for the sake of destruction? What does it say about our country? Pretty deserted down here already the day before the election. Just a few people out. I talked to a couple businesses and everybody is going to be closed for election day and for an indefinite period beyond. I'm coming up to Lafayette Park now, and there's the same no-climb fence around the park that was here when I was here last time. If you remember, I came down for the expected start of the 50 days of rage or whatever they were planning down here for the last 50 days before the election. There was a group out of Canada that had tried to put together a large laying siege to the White House for 50 days. And on the first day of the siege, unfortunately for them, it rained, and so none of those pajama boys could be bothered to come out and perform their siege. Actually, I think what happened was that they got a call from the Democratic National Committee saying, guys, lay off the sieging because it doesn't do much for the poll numbers. You can see they still have all these signs. Very important social issues, Black trans lives matter. If your religion makes you hate someone, get a new religion. There's one. Evictions are police brutality. Vote out Trump. Okay. All right. Well, there's one. So they've got Lafayette Park is completely closed. They've got double, looks like maybe triple fencing all the way around Lafayette Park now. Coming up on the so-called Black Lives Matter Plaza. And here there are some journalists out. And that's about it. Looks like your standard perma protesters. You know, they always have those few that are permanently protesting down here. And I think this is going to get a lot busier for sure. The Hay Adams Hotel has got a big fence put up. So even the AFL-CIO with their giant Black Lives Matter sign has to board up all their windows. They can't trust the crowd not to vandalize their property, even though they've done everything they can to buy off the protesters by the giant signs they're putting up. Ronald Reagan Presidential Library. These things were boarded up 2 months ago or whenever, when I was down here last time, because there have been months of protesting down here. So a lot of the businesses in this area have really suffered. Then now they Well, things aren't going to get any better for them. Let's put it that way. It's a very windy day today. Some businesses have taken a double approach of boarding up the windows and putting Black Lives Matter signs on the boards, hoping that, well, I guess whatever graffiti they add to this will sort of go with the decor. I guess we're all hoping that the upshot of these expected protests will be the same as the 50-day siege of the White House that never happened. But I think that if President Trump wins the election, or even looks like he might win the election, it's going to be really ugly down here, without a doubt. Here's a Joe Biden sign. It says justice. It looks like somebody put their foot through it. Ooh, this one. Here, these windows have Ruth Bader Ginsburg all over it. Got an ode to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Hope, unity, and love. There's a certain irony to this, putting hope, unity, and love up on the plywood that you use to cover your windows so that the criminals won't bash your windows in. There's RBG. So just taking a walk around essentially one block of Washington, D.C. downtown gives you a sense of what it's like down here in the day or two leading up to this election. And we could go on all over town. This is the same all over town, not just right here by the White House. If we've learned anything from these punks, it's that if it's really uncomfortable, they're probably not going to come out, at least not in large numbers. So pray for bad weather on election night.
The Hot Zone is produced by Amy Holton and Livefire Media. Copyright 2019.